watching KTAL News Now. Here's Brittany DeFran with your midday news break.
Welcome to KTAL News Now. I'm Brittany DeFran. Your midday news break starts right now. More destruction caused by yet another tornado. Sadly, the Louisiana Department of Health has confirmed another person has died as a result of tornadoes in the state. A 56-year-old woman died after a tornado destroyed her house in St. Charles Parish yesterday afternoon. 7 others were injured after the tornado touched down around 3 p.m. in Kelowna. Damage includes downed power lines, potential gas leaks, and blocked roads.
It's a mess. It's going. I have to start all over. It's just a mess. And I lost my godmother in a storm, so yeah, it's just a mess. She was the best person. She was nice. She was lovable. She was friendly. She would help anybody. Like, she was just a sweet person.
Meanwhile, over in Union Parish, dozens of people were injured after an EF3 tornado tore through the area on Tuesday night. More than 20 people were injured. Some of those injuries are reported to be in a critical state, and the sheriff's office says a tornado leveled a neighborhood in Farmerville. Families were out Wednesday trying to salvage anything they could. The company ArLaTex Workforce says several of their employees have been impacted by the storm, and they found temporary housing for them, but they lost everything. And another tornado touched down in East Texas Tuesday. The National Weather Service confirms an EF2 tornado with winds of 115 miles per hour hit an area of the border between Harrison and Panola counties. It left behind widespread devastation as Harrison County crews have been working all day to clear roads, repair broken power lines, and assess the overall damage. Members of the Red Cross are in the community offering resources to help. Thankfully, no injuries have been reported there. And now let's take a brief look at what others were facing in the region. In New Orleans, WDSU was live on the air in the middle of storm coverage when they captured the frightening moments when a tornado touched down. And you can see here in this video that the tower camera captured the faint funnel cloud, and then soon it just grew larger and then moved across the area, and it went on a rampage, taking out power, creating power surges, and it really just impacted that community. And you can see that right there in this video. And they captured this live on the air.
Exactly where that is. If we could put our radar up, oh, it's moving fast. Look at how fast this is moving. Moving to the east northeast. We've got lots of power flashes, which help show.
Now let's take a quick look at your national headlines here. The Federal Reserve announced that it will raise the interest rate by 0.5 point, marking the highest level in 15 years. It now sits between 4.25 and 4.5%. The most recent raise indicates the fight against inflation is not over yet, despite the promising signs. Despite the rate going up, Chairman of the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, added that the longer-term inflation expectations appear to remain well anchored. So things are looking good, but let's take a look at our question of the day. All right, we're going to give you a moment to take down this QR code you see right here on your screen. Let's jump into today's question of the day. In the next year, do you think inflation will improve or worsen? Tell us here. It looks like 20% so far say it will improve and 80% think it's gonna get worse. Tell us what you think here. And of course, we are all able to really see the impact of inflation during the holiday season, as you know, right now is a time where you're buying gifts and probably spending a lot of money. So you're really having your eyes on those things and rising costs right now more than ever. For more details on these stories, head to ktalnews.com and stick around. We have a special guest on our midday news break next.
watching KTAL News Now. Here's Brittany DeFran with your midday news break.
Welcome back to KTAL News Now. I'm Brittany DeFran, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I am joined by a special guest. The special guest is our digital reporter, Jacqueline Tripp, and she is here with us today to educate us on all things about toxins in your laundry detergent. Did you know about that? Well, she's going to educate us, and she's going to show us how to make your own so you can stay healthy while also smelling fresh. Hey, Jacqueline, go ahead and jump right in and tell us all the things we need to know.
Brittany. Well, today we are going to be making non-toxic laundry soap, and then we're going to make non-toxic dryer sheets. So let's get after it. So we'll start out. You can get this for less than $3. This is non-toxic, but it's baking soda. Take you a baking pan, spread it out evenly, throw it in an oven at 450 for 1 hour. Now at about the 30-minute mark, kind of take it out and spread it out a little bit different. Just shuffle it around, throw it back in for the remainder of the time, and then take it out, sit it to the side, and let it cool off. While that's cooling, I want you to get a bar of soap. Now this is very important. This one right here is Dr. Bronner's. You can do whatever. The important thing is that it is non-toxic, and not only non-toxic, but it has to be made from a fat. I prefer plant fat, so this one is olive oil, coconut, and hemp oil. That's what is in this one. Now, if you want to use an animal fat, that's fine, but it cannot be made from petroleum. That is the important thing. We don't want a chemical bar of soap. We want this to be all natural. Now, you're going to take a cheese grater, and you are going to grate it. I know that sounds crazy, cheese grater, but that's what you'll do. And I grated it. There's proof. There's a little bit of the bar left. Grate your whole bar. Now I took my baking sheets and I emptied my washing powder, which is what you have when you have baked your baking soda, into this jar. It turns out different. And now I'm going to take my cheese grated soap and empty it into here. Now what you'll really do, we aren't going to do it in here in Brittany's studio and mess up her studio, but we'll take this and we put it into a food processor and blend it until it's really smooth. And that right there is your non-toxic washing powder. Congratulations, you have it. Next, this right here is a jar of rags, because this is going to be your dryer sheets. We open our little jar. White vinegar, that's all it takes. The important thing is we want to stay unscented. So you'll fill this up, and when it's time to use a dryer sheet, you will remove one of your rags, squeeze it out. You don't want to throw it in there where it's soaking wet. Put all your clothes in the dryer, and bam, you've got it. So that's it. That's your dryer sheets. Now, in the future, you're going to want your clothes to smell like flowers, like you're used to. So you take a bandana, take some of your flowers from your yard, which you need to grow. When you read my article, you'll see specifically what flowers. Put them in your bandana, tie it up. This is what the Victorians did. You're going to read all about it in the article. Put it in your sock drawers, put it in your pants drawers, hang it in your closets, and your clothes will smell like.
So amazing, so much information, and you can learn more on ktalnews.com to learn how to get all the ingredients and how to do it at home. Thank you guys. See you next time.